Good afternoon, good evening everybody, and welcome to the Point Blank Virtual Online Open Day. My name is Luke and I'm your course advisor here at Point Blank Music School. I'm delighted to have you join us. Today is an opportunity for you to find out about Point Blank's online courses and find out if Point Blank is the place for you to come and study. Now we've got a great online open day in store for you today. I'm going to be going through a bit more information about all of our courses and how the online courses work here when you decide to come and study with us. We've also got one of our expert lecturers, John Davies, who's going to be joining us a little later on and going through an exclusive masterclass showing you how to produce a track. And following that, we're going to be doing a live Q&A at the end of today's open day, answering your questions. So make sure you get your questions in the chat room. Myself, my colleague John, we're going to be answering any questions you have at the end of today's session. So pop those in the chat room just to the right-hand side of the screen. And yeah, we'll be more than happy to help. Now moving forward, I wanted to start off by kind of let you know a little bit about our story and how we got formed as a music school. Point Blank's been around now for over 30 years. We were established back in 1994, originally actually as a recording studio here in London where I'm based today. We're really fortunate that over the years we've won many awards and accolades. Most recently we're super proud of having been awarded a TEF Gold Award for teaching excellence. And since we started off as a recording studio, we're now offering higher education and short courses, and I'll be going through more information about all of those very shortly. Remember, when you study at Point Blank, it is a global student community. You can study from absolutely anywhere in the world. As long as you have a computer, some software, and an internet connection, you can study our courses from all four corners of the globe. We've got our campus here in London, where I'm based today, but we also have campuses in Los Angeles. We have one in Ibiza, where we teach courses over the summer, and obviously our online school, which we're all here today to find out more about. When you join us at Point Blank, it's a very student-centered approach. Now, what that means is it's more than just the course. It's about helping you learn, upskill, and become the future of the music industry. Use everything you've learned throughout the course to help you become the future of the music industry. Moving on from this, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about our industry partnerships. Now, you might be familiar with some of the brands and companies up on the screen here. Now, Ableton, for instance, Focusrite, Roland, Pioneer DJ, Native Instruments, kit out our studios and provide us with, the latest industry software that music producers use day in and day out to make music in the music industry. And we want our students to be working with exactly the same type of equipment. That means when you finish your course, when you graduate, you're working with the same stuff that the pros are working with in the music industry. And that means you can hit the ground running when looking for opportunities, jobs, part-time jobs, work experience, etc. We want you to be ready and to get going as soon as you graduate for real in the music industry. We also offer loads of great discounts through these partnerships. So if you'd like any more information about that, let us know in the chat room or get in touch with our student services team who'll be happy to help and give you more information. Now, moving on from this, one of the things that we offer here at Point Blank are our degree level programs. So we offer one online degree, which is a Bachelor of Arts honours degree in music production and sound engineering. We also offer a Cert HE in music production and sound engineering. That Cert HE is equivalent to the first year of that same Bachelor of Arts honours degree. So you can either study 1 year if you wanted to, or the full 3-year BA degree. Both of these courses are validated by Middlesex University. So Point Blank, partners of Middlesex, they quality assure and they accredit all of our courses. However, everything is designed and it's delivered here at Point Blank by our expert lecturers. Unlike other universities where you might usually just have the one start date per year in September, we actually have 2 start dates per year. They would be in September and in April every year. We are accepting applications for this coming date in September, but also for April. So if you'd like to apply for one of our degrees, you can apply for either start date. Just get your application in as soon as you're ready. Moving on from that, if you are interested in studying our short courses, we offer a variety of different programs. So these cover music production and sound engineering, DJing and music business. Unlike the degrees, we have much more frequent start dates. These actually start every 3 months on a quarterly basis. Now, a question we get asked all the time, and I'm sure some of these questions have been coming in the chat room as well. How do the online courses work? So let's look at the study modes to start with. We offer full or part-time courses. If you're going to be studying full-time, typically we recommend you invest around 20 hours per week. That means you're going to be studying 2 modules concurrently each term. Or if you're studying part-time, then you're going to be studying 1 module each term, so modules taking place on a consecutive basis. And typically we recommend you invest around 10 hours per week to make the most of the course. One of the great things about studying online, obviously, is that you can study from anywhere in the world. And what that means is that it offers flexible learning. You have access to your course 24/7. So basically, you can log on wherever you might be at whatever time you want and go through the materials and basically, start learning and start applying what you've been learning into your own projects, making music and improving your production or DJing or sound engineering abilities. Again, one of the best things about studying with us at Point Blank Online is the remoteness. You can study from anywhere, and we have students from all over the world, all 4 corners of the globe joining us. Do please join one of our courses too. We can't wait to see you on a course in a very near future. Now, another question we get asked a lot about is about fees and funding. So, if you're looking to do a degree program, and you are a UK-based citizen, so the United Kingdom, where I'm based currently, then you could apply for a full student loan tuition fee loan, basically. So they'll cover the full course fees to help you with your learning. However, if you are an international student, then you will need to pay the course fees privately. We also offer annual and termly installments to help you cover those fees. If you're looking at doing some of our short courses, there are no tuition loans available for those whether you're a UK student or an international student. However, as it says on the screen, we offer termly and monthly instalment plans. And the discount that I offered you earlier on, well, that applies to any payment plans too. So you can also save through that discount on instalment plans as well. Not too bad. Now, student life at Point Blank. What does this look like? Well, when you're a student online, each week you're going to have a 2-hour masterclass session with your lecturer. That's a live session where your teacher is going to be going through the course curriculum and syllabus. They're going to be demonstrating production techniques. They're going to be answering your questions. They're going to be taking you through all of the content on that course. As part of the program and through the VLE and dashboard, you'll have access to extensive course notes, audio files, downloadable templates, projects, samples, tutorial videos. You'll be able to see your assignments, exercises, and you can upload your coursework as well to this portal for it to be assessed by your teacher. Now, one of the things you'll also receive when studying our short courses are 2 direct video responses, or DVRs. Now, these are really valuable feedback pieces that you get to keep and review as many times as you like. And it's the lecturer going through your coursework and project work and essentially kind of going through everything and helping you improve, work on your strengths, your weaknesses, ensuring that you're applying what they are saying into your project and coursework moving forward, and ultimately improving as a music producer or a DJ or in the music business or as a sound engineer. We want to give you that all-important feedback that's so important when you're learning and trying to improve. Right, so next up I wanted to share a video with you which kind of goes into a bit more information about everything I've just talked about. So how the DVRs work, how the masterclasses function, and who the online school might be for. So check this out and I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Whether you're an aspiring DJ, producer, sound designer, working a 9-to-5 job, or music industry professional, Point Blank's online courses are designed to help you master your craft at your pace, on your schedule, from anywhere in the world. You choose when you want to do it. In this video, we'll take you inside our online learning experience, how it works, and what makes Point Blank's approach truly stand out. Throughout the course, you'll receive 2 DVRs, which stands for Direct Video Response, and is basically tailored feedback on your work. To have that kind of interactivity and to have someone feeding back on your work is just gold dust. The response that the lecturer gives is completely tailored to the student's style of music. So throughout the degree, you'll receive up to 5 tutorials in each module. These are one-to-ones with your lecturer and are designed to support you with your coursework, help to keep you on track and ensure that you have the best possible experience. I've had students in Australia, Japan, America, anywhere in Europe. You can really study anywhere in the world.
One of the best parts about studying online is being able to take my learning anywhere. Even when I'm on the move, I can keep up with lessons at my own pace. Since I've got my laptop, I can apply what I'm learning straight away. I can still get feedback from tutors and connect with other producers, no matter where I am. The flexibility makes it easy to stay consistent and keep improving.
Every lecturer here is an industry professional. You're learning from people who've released records, toured the world, scored films, worked in high-end studios. That's really what gives our teaching its edge.
Those who can't get to London or one of the other campuses for whatever reason, mobility reasons, financial, whatever the case may be, you can do it right from where you are and still get the same point blank experience. It's the same lecturers that teach at the campuses, so you're not going to be short on any of the knowledge or experience from those lecturers.
Our online platform connects you with professional lecturers, personalised feedback and a global community of aspiring artists and producers, where world-class music education meets the flexibility of online learning. Our commitment to excellence has been recognised with a TEF Gold rating for teaching quality, one of the highest distinctions in UK higher education. Part of the skill of our lecturers is to adapt to different levels of ability. There are some students who really are quite advanced and others who come in at a basic level. So it's amazing to see how well they progress.
They're DJs, they're singers, they're producers, they're sound engineers, like just different people from different kind of walks of life and what they want to achieve in music. And yeah, I definitely found that we could collaborate.
I've got some students who put their kids to bed and then they start going through the content at night. I've got some students who are, going through it at 5 in the morning, midday. So the online course offers a lot of flexibility for students to basically learn where they want and when they want.
So everything's built around our virtual learning environment, or VLE. That's where you'll access your course materials, submit assignments, watch recordings of your sessions, download bonus content and connect with your classmates. It's really the heart of your learning experience.
Alongside your regular weekly masterclasses, we also offer one-off masterclasses, and we cover topics such as artist identity, marketing 101, branding, exploring sound design, and looking at features in Ableton and Logic Pro.
We hope this video has given you a bit of an insight on what it's like to study here at Point Blank Music School. If you want to find out more, check out pointblankmusicschool.com.
Cool. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that and it's given you a bit more of an insight into how the online courses work. But remember, if you do have any questions about that, that's what the chat room's for. That's what the Q&A is about at the end of today's open day. So pop your questions in the chat room. We'll be answering those a little later on. Now, next up, I wanted to talk to you about something that's really important to us, and that's the Point Blank ecosystem. We like to see Point Blank as an environment in which students are able to learn and grow, make mistakes, learn from those mistakes and improve in whichever discipline they're looking to get involved with and are looking to forge careers in. So if you take a look at this kind of graph on the screen, you're at the center of the ecosystem. And when you come and join Point Blank, you get to meet loads of other like-minded individuals who are also trying to make it in the music industry. So they might be other artists, sound engineers, they might be music software engineers, they might be music producers, sound designers, remixers, composers, managers, radio broadcasters, singers, DJs, record label owners. There's lots of moving parts in the music industry and everyone has something unique to offer that can help you kind of, forge your career and path in the right direction. And so one of the things that's super important when working in the music industry and getting started in the music industry is the importance of networking and collaborating and sharing your passion for music with as many people as you can. And through that networking and through those collaborative opportunities, you'll find work. You'll find work experience, you'll find jobs, and you'll start getting access to opportunities that can help you get started in your careers. So when you're studying with us, whether you're studying online or anywhere else in the world, you have access to this ecosystem. Now, let's have a little look at how we engage our students into careers and through the opportunities that we offer. And I think a good kind of way of getting started and looking at that is looking at the global music industry. Now, it's worth nearly $30 billion worldwide. In the UK, where we're based, it's worth nearly £7 billion alone. Point Blank has a global student community. We have 4 campuses around the world, 50,000 plus alumni and students, with over 2 million followers through all of our social channels. And we want to help you reach that audience so that you can start making connections and contacts and start building that all-important network that will kind of allow you to get access to opportunities thereafter. If we look at music in the UK alone, it's the 3rd largest music market in the world, behind the USA and Japan. It's sustaining over 200,000 jobs, over 210,000 jobs in fact. And for us, what's important is about helping you get your foot in the door, helping connect you to the industry and helping you achieve the goals you've set out when you start one of our courses. So again, any questions about that, get those in the chat room. We'll be answering them later on. So one of the things we like to offer is personal career guidance. We actually have a careers officer on site here at Point Blank, but as an online student, you can book sessions with them. And they're here to help you kind of, get your CV in order, give you tips for interviews and applications, and connect you to full-time jobs, work experience, or internship opportunities through our partners. Some of our students, in fact, many of our students have gone on to work at major record labels like Sony Music, Warner, Universal, Defected, or DJ, in some of the biggest clubs in London like Fabric or Ministry of Sound. So we've got loads of great connections that we're always looking to get you involved with so you can get a head start in the music industry. Another thing that we love to do here at Point Blank, online as well, is industry masterclasses. We want to bring the industry to you wherever you might be in the world. So that's masterclasses with artists and industry experts. Previously, in the past, we've done masterclasses with groups like Rudimental, with artists like Dennis Salter, Jonas Blue, Nile Rodgers, Carl Cox, Spaceman Jax, Armin van Buuren. I mean, the list goes on. And these masterclasses happen regularly. So we'll let you know about them. You can log online, you can be part of that masterclass, and you can have your questions answered by industry experts and artists that have been there, have done it, and are here to transfer their wealth of knowledge and experience over to you. Moving on from that, we do a lot of events and showcases. So even if you're online, we do events and showcases online. If maybe you're in the United Kingdom and you're near London, you can come and participate in events and showcases here at Point Blank or around London. And if you want to get involved with events wherever you might be in the world, let us know about that. We can, maybe help promote your event and reach a wider audience as well. Another thing I wanted to talk to you about that's super exciting for us is our in-house record label. This is Point Blank Recordings. And Point Blank Recordings essentially is on the lookout to help develop and promote Point Blank Music School student talent. So we do that through artist and repertoire, artist development, marketing, publishing budgets, and connecting you to industry legends. So there's opportunities for you to collaborate and work with people who have been there and already done it in the music industry. Previously in the past, we've had students work with artists like Kathy Sledge, Kim Mizell, and Ultranate, and had those tracks signed by major labels thereafter. So the record label can be a great stepping stone and kind of way for you to get involved in the music industry, get your first record deal, and then start being noticed by a wider audience in the music industry. So get your demos in when you're a student. We love to hear them, and you never know, maybe we'll sign you to the record label. Now, next up, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, or share a video with you about our student testimonials. We think it's really important for you to hear from our students. So we've got a collection of students that have studied our online courses, and well, you can hear for yourselves what they thought. So check this out.
Hi guys, this is Smokey. I'm a singer, songwriter, future music producer, currently studying the online search HE program at Point Blank on music production and sound engineering, and I'm absolutely loving it. I particularly like the virtual learning environment a lot because I can take my course whatever time suits me best. Plus, since it's all on video, I can always go back, re-watch something if I miss some information, which is very useful. So I feel like Point Blank is really helping me stay focused, structure my career better, and just be more creative in general. So thank you guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Boyladad. I'm a music producer and aspiring sound engineer. I'm taking the BA Honors Music Production and Sound Engineering degree at Point Blank Music School online. I've had an amazing experience studying with Point Blank. I love the way the lessons are taught, especially when using the VLE. It's very intuitive and the modules are well organized. I get to have plenty of one-to-one sessions and master classes with my teachers where I can get personal attention and really hone my skills to the professional level.
It's the big dog Sheldon Curl, and I'm enrolled up in a Master Diploma program at Point Blank Music School online. And what I like about Point Blank Music School is everything is practical to today's music. All the hits, the music theory, everything that we study, everything that we go through, everything we learn how to program, everything is relevant to today's music. And that what makes Point Blank so awesome. Have a good one.
Now there is one last thing I'd like to share with you. There is only really one way that we would like to be judged as a music school, and that's through our successes. Ultimately, you being successful and our students being successful and making it into the music industry and becoming the future of the music industry means that we have been successful as music educators. And we've been really fortunate that in the 30 plus years we've been around, we've had many students come through our doors, study courses just like the ones you're thinking of studying, and have gone on to achieve great things in the music industry. So I've got one last video I'd like to share with you, highlighting some of the successes that we've been fortunate enough to have here at Point Blank. So take a look at this. Hope you enjoy it.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Everybody feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with round.
Oh yeah! Everybody in the bump. Everybody in the bump. Everybody in the bump. Everybody in the bump.
Awesome stuff. Well, look, I hope you enjoyed that video and it's given you a bit more of an insight into who some of our students are. Now moving forward, it's time for our masterclass with James Malone. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll see you back here in this studio for our Instagram Live Q&A. So make sure you get your questions in the chat room. I'm going to be answering those live just after this awesome masterclass with James, where he's going to be recreating a lightsaber. Hope you enjoy it and see you here very soon.
Today we're looking at designing the classic lightsaber sound. In 1977, or more likely 1976, Ben Burt, a film student, met George Lucas and started working on the sound design and Foley sound for Star Wars. Now, probably the most memorable sound is the lightsaber, and Ben Burt created this sound by recording an old projector. We don't have access to an old projector, and I thought it would be quite interesting if we synthesized the sound from scratch in the box on the laptop using just Logic Pro. I've got the original sound here. So obviously we have a drone and we have the lightsaber swinging as well. So there's two separate parts we'll have to work on here. Now if I analyze the sound by looking at the frequency spectrum through an EQ plugin and also a spectrum analyzer and a oscilloscope and a tuner, we can see that it's around an F sharp. We can see that the waveform itself is a little bit like a sawtooth wave, perhaps a couple of sawtooth waves, maybe even a square and a triangle in there as well. So this could be easily recreated using some analog style oscillators. So what I'm going to do is open up Alchemy because it allows me to layer sounds quite effectively. I'm going to start with a sawtooth wave here. I've got my note of F sharp ready to go. Not very exciting so far. To get a more analog sounding sawtooth wave, I want to go for a virtual analog version of this oscillator. So I'm going to go down to the sawtooth waves here and pick, for example, the Saw Basic MG, which will give me a more rounded kind of analog style sound. And if we bring up the EQ and the oscilloscope now for this synthesized sound, we can see that already it's not far off the original. So we need to tune down a little bit. So I'm going to come to fine tuning here and tune this down by about 15 cents. You can hear there's some movement and phasing in the original sound, which sounds like multiple detuned oscillators. So I'm going to replicate that by adding yet another sawtooth wave. This time a slightly different type of sawtooth wave. Let's go for just the MG rather than the basic MG. And this one I'm going to also tune down a little bit because we're just below F sharp, but I want to have some tuning difference between oscillator A and oscillator B. Let's just hear what that sounds like. So we're getting closer, we've got that movement, that kind of phasing happening. If we look at the oscilloscope, we can see that movement. That's two waveforms moving in and out of sync with one another, or in and out of phase. We need a bit of a lower tone in there, I think, as well, because there's quite a bit of low end in the original. I'm going to add another oscillator. Perhaps this time I'll add a square wave just to mix things up and get a nice blend. And again, let's pick an analog modeled one, perhaps square smooth because that will have less sharp high frequencies. And I'm going to drop that down by about an octave. So we're at the same pitch, but an octave lower. So we get that nice, fuller bass sound. I'm going to bring the volume down a bit on that one, so it's not dominating. Now, there's a lot of high frequency content here, so we're going to need to filter out some of those upper frequencies. So I'm going to get a low pass filter and just adjust that. Let's compare that with the original. Getting there. There's one thing we're missing. There's a little bit of kind of noise in there, a little bit of machine noise. Now we could do this with a sample, but luckily in Alchemy we have a built-in noise oscillator, and we have different types of noise that have been sampled in. So crinkle, for example, if I just solo that, we could layer that on top of the other bits, perhaps tune it down. think we need to tune it down actually on the noise section. There we go. To get that kind of electric crackling of the actual lightsaber blade. Perhaps we could cut some of the lower frequencies out as well. Just get that nice high end, and then bring back in the other oscillators. I'm going to bring the noise down a bit. Again, let's compare that to the original. I might go for a stronger low-pass filter upon hearing that. So something like a 24 dB, add a bit of character, maybe a bit of drive. Now, it would be nice to blend these four sounds together, sort of glue them together. So to do that, I'm going to use Alchemy's built-in effects. So I'm going to go to the effects section here, and I'm going to add a compressor, just to make sure that we're really squeezing those sounds together and making them sound like one whole, rather than various different sections. Let's turn that threshold down. And then I might add a bit of distortion as well, perhaps a wave shaper, so we can get a very specific curve to the timbre and emphasize certain parts of the sound. This can take a little bit of kind of experimenting. There we go. Now, it's never going to be perfect. We'd have to find the same sound source to do that, but I think we got pretty close. All there is to do now is emulate the actual movement. Now, originally Ben Burt did this by playing the lightsaber sound through a speaker and swinging a microphone in front of the speaker, sort of creating that element of movement and taking advantage of something called the Doppler effect. We're going to do that, but I think it's also interesting to show how this can be done in the box, how this could be replicated in case you don't have access to a speaker or a microphone. So if I go to the sound, solo it, right click on my pan and change it to the binaural panner, I can actually move the sound source around the stereo field as if it were moving around a dummy head microphone. So it gives the impression of it actually passing past your ears. This does quite a good job of giving that impression. I'm going to turn the Doppler on, so it replicates the Doppler effect, so that when we speed up, it gives the impression of the pitch actually changing as well. And let's hear that. And now we're going to use a speaker and a microphone to do it the old school way. And there we go. So that's how you create the lightsaber effect. Comment down below what you want us to do next.